Nice Day, chapter 19. And you just take each section, paragraph, if you will, and you base it upon the time of the day. And you start at 8:30 a.m. and you give your beats per minute for the heart rate. Yeah. And it shows on each section, 8:30 a.m., then you go into, oh, wait a minute, that's not true. I'm sorry, I did the wrong thing. It starts at 5:30 a.m. Yeah. And you woke up, your beats per minute were 56. You woke up, 5:35 a.m., you read, and your beats went up to 58. Then 5:45, you prayed, especially when it's Memorial Day weekend and a Sunday, and on and on and on. And you take the entire day through almost 24 hours, but you do go to sleep. But it goes through all of this, and you take each section of what happens. And really how crazy it is in the restaurant business and how much you need people, not only to be customers, but to help you. And you're not only the owner, but you got the stinkiest job in the world because you work there, but you're also the owner. So you got the worst boss in the world, you.
That's right.
It stinks, but it's just a very, very interesting book. Now, how long did it take you to write this book?
The actual writing part was quite easy because it was from the heart, like you said, and it only took about a year to actually finish the book. Mm-hmm. The editing part took a long time because it was never really designed to be published. So I had to, people say to me, you really didn't hold back. And I said, oh, yeah, I did. I had to edit a lot of the stuff out because it was really more of a diary.
Yes.
So even though it is very personal, a lot of the information had to be edited because it involved personal lives of too many people. And a lot of people do not want to have their name in print.
Of course not. Absolutely. That makes good sense. I'm impressed with your writing skills, though. I got to tell you that. You're not reading a piece of Dickens' work here. You're reading something from someone's heart. And I used the word at the beginning of the show, engaging. And I found all of it to be very engaging, like you're talking to me. I got a chance to meet your wife and your kids, which is just fabulous. And then when I met them before the show, I felt as if I've always known them, which is really a good compliment. Let's discuss some of the interesting things in the book. First of all, a passion of yours is spearfishing.
Yes.
Why?
Well, I grew up with a snorkel in my mouth.
Right.
We came out here every single summer, and even if you're an adult, if you were to just take a mask and a snorkel and just stay on the shore, what you would see is fascinating. It's beautiful. You're in 3 feet of water, and there's so much to see. Well, the next obvious level is to go deeper, and then one step beyond that would be to actually shoot the fish that you see.
Right.
So about 10 years ago, my cousin happens to be a phenomenal spear fisherman, and he lives in Connecticut. And I always admired how he did it, his techniques, and I always wanted to do it. So I took it up. I started spear fishing, more in more challenging regions. Closer to Fisher's Island, there's a location there called the Race.
Right, I remember reading about that.
Yeah, and that's where there happens to be a lot of striped bass, which is the predominant species of spear fishermen on the North Fork. The other species tend to be limited by DEC regulations. Not striped bass is too, but the season's open all summer. Mm-hmm. So we go out on the boat, and the kids love it. And my wife loves to be out on the water, mm-hmm. and I love to be underwater. So whenever I have a free chance, I visit either the Race or Cinderella Island, mm-hmm. and I free dive for striped bass. And I have footage on my website as well.
Oh wow, that'd be fascinating to see. So a lot of the fish you catch, you serve or you eat yourself?
We eat ourselves. I can't serve it in the restaurant because
it's a legality?
Yeah, every striped bass that comes into the restaurant has to have a commercial fisherman's tag on it.
No kidding, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very, very interesting. Very interesting. What is some of the more interesting things give me a chapter that I could just go on. They're all interesting. Your father with the bull. That's quickly, just tell the story about your father with the bull.
Well, one of the local farmers is the big farming family, the Sepnowskis. They have a farm called Sep's Farm Stand. Well, they had a bull, and before
a real
bull, and before the parking lot adjacent to the restaurant was a parking lot, it was a field, and they had staked their bull in the field to graze all summer long.
So they had a stake, knock it in the ground, and then where's the ring? The bull's nose or something?
Around its neck.
Around its neck.
Yeah.
Okay, and the bull couldn't pull the stake takeout.
Well, it apparently could, because one day it did, and it started visiting the restaurant, and I guess it had gotten very comfortable with
smells and everything?
Well, more so with people going to visit it. So he just walked right up and stuck his nose into the restaurant door, which at the time was still a shack.
A big giant bull.
Big giant bull. So my father decided that the bull had to go back. And he took the bull and grabbed it by the chain.
The horns.
I wish.
Like it was a dog.
Like, yeah. And went to go hammer the stake back into the ground. And unfortunately, the bull charged him and nearly killed him. So, you know, by God's grace, the bull stopped before he trampled him.
Well, you said in the book that your father put his head down, and it looked like he was like in a. No, it says something that your father assumed some kind of a position.
Put his hands on his back. He put his hands up, and the bull stopped. And well, I joke in the book. My father has massive forearms, so
right.
I thought the bull respected those forearms. But yeah, and he charged him a second time. Yeah, my father had gone for a physical. As a matter of fact, I never mentioned this in the book. And they said at some point in his life he had a very mild stroke, and a heart attack. I shouldn't say it's a stroke. And they felt that. That it was partially, he attributes it to that day because he thought he was going to die.
Oh, I would think so too. Yeah. The bull charging you. I mean, that's absolutely just incredible, just incredible. You brought some delicacies here, by the way.
Yeah.
And was that eggplant?
Well, yeah, I use that as a base.
It's decoration.
It's decoration.
Yeah, I love eggplant. What are some of the things you have? We can have a sip of wine while we're talking, discussing. What are some of the things that you have that we could taste? I don't know that we can put this on the table. It's just, it's giant.
Okay.
But you know what? Let me hold it up.
Okay.
Whoa. Oh, hernia. Watch the wine. Okay. Let's see if we can get a shot of this here first, and then we'll put it back down. Wow, this looks absolutely fantastic. And you've got your own wine here, which is very nice. So you've got is this a Chardonnay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
For you here. Actually, you know what we should do? I'm going to divide this up because there'll be no place to put the wine otherwise.
Okay.
Yeah. Take some of that. And let's see. What do we have here? Grape leaves?
Yeah, we make homemade stuffed grape leaves. And we have cheese pies in the form of beggar's purses, as well as spinach pies.
Wow.
And Grecian meatballs.
Mm-hmm.
All of these are on our menu, except in a different form. This is more so we can pick at it.
And
these are mini skewers with chicken and pork.
Wow.
And you dip them in our famous garlic yogurt sauce, which is known as tzatziki.
Tzatziki. Mm-hmm. Wow. Let's try this here. Okay. This looks good. I don't want to get stabbed. Let's taste this. Mmm. Mm-mm. You go finish the show. I'll eat.
I'll read excerpts.
We sit there and read excerpts. I love Greek food. Let me put this back over here. I love Greek food. I find Greek food to be, if not among the freshest cuisine. And it doesn't take a lot of fancy sauces and things like that. Best is I love a striped bass with salt, pepper, oregano, olive oil, maybe a little bit of mustard, grilled.
The best.
I'm in heaven. I'm in absolute heaven. That I think is just a fantastic way to eat. These are terrific. I can't sit here on television eating all the food. It's very good. And the breads are good. Everything is just fantastic. Well, the crew is happy to know that we got lunch. That's fantastic. Are you interested in continuing to do more writing?
I am. It's been a topic that a lot of my I guess customers have been asking. People who've read the book said, "So what's next?" It's a little difficult to top this because this was something that was so dear to me, and I find that I would want to write something that I could be as equally as passionate about.
Tell me a little bit. I really enjoyed reading about your grandfather.
Oh.
Tell me, your grandfather's an interesting character.
Yeah.
Very real old line Greek.
Yes.
I mean, guy came here with nothing, and what is he, doorman or something? And he worked at one of the hotels.
The bell captain at the St. Regis Hotel.
Okay, it's no slouch hotel. It's a big time hotel.
Yeah.
Bell captain, no less. And it's just amazing. You told me he wound up owning buildings.
Yep.
In Astoria.
2 apartment buildings. Yeah.
Okay, wound up from being a doorman to becoming, a landowner.